Hey, greetings everyone. Happy Sunday morning. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. So with all these vinyl tags going around, there's not much love for CDs these days. So I thought I would start what might be the official CD tag of 2025. If not, just maybe jump on this and create a thread of some kind. But let's try and make it the official CD thread of 2025. I have 14 questions. You got to show a few CDs and just answer a few questions. It's pretty simple. A lot of CD lovers out there. Let's unite. I love both formats, vinyl and CD. I do not understand people who just go, I only like vinyl. I don't like the sound of CDs. They sound amazing when they're on a. They just sound good. There's no problem. I don't get it. But anyway, would I prefer vinyl? Yes, but I can't afford it most of the time. But CDs are a great alternative. Okay, here's a question for you. Go back to your past. When did you get your first CD player? Now, I got my player. I still remember the year. It was 1984. I had moved to Peace River, Alberta. You know how far north that is, man? That was friggin' cold. 50 below zero winters. Whoa. Anyway, there was a great stereo shop there called Village Sound, and my friend Phil Karch, who became a good friend of mine, since passed away, he sold me a whole stereo system, all Luxman stuff. And so my first CD player was a Luxman CD player. And the second question is, what's the first CD you bought? I also bought that off of Phil at Village Sound. And I believe it's a bit foggy because that's 1984, a long time ago. I think it was John Cougar's, he was just John Cougar back then, American Fool album with Jack and Diane on it and those songs. I'm pretty sure that was my first CD. Okay, most recent CD you purchased. That would be the great album from Kim Deal, ex-Pixies, ex-Breeders. The more I listen to this album, the more I love it. The first track has a lot of orchestration, and then comes in with this heavy brass thing in the middle of it, which sounds really cool. After that, it gets very eclectic, from punky alternative rock to pop to folk to everything. Really great album, and I just love the instrumentation in this album, except for the strings. And anyway, I'm now going to explore the Pixies and the Breeders because I'm really digging this album. Okay, most recent CD you purchased. Got that. How many CDs do you have in your collection? I have approximately 2,500 CDs. I trade a bunch off, but then I buy a bunch more, so it pretty much stays right around anywhere from 2,300 to 2,500 CDs at any given moment. Next, jewel cases or Digipaks. Man, I prefer jewel. Let's take the environmental crap out of it. Just I like the jewel cases. I think they store better, and the only problem is they crack, they break at the hinge there all the time. But it's so easy to take CDs in and out and look after your CDs. Digipaks. I really like them when they're this thick. They're as thick as a jewel box. Some of them are real thin now, and it's just like one piece of cardboard, and you stick the CD in. But what I absolutely hate about Digipaks is they scratch the CDs when you take them in and out of the cardboard. And if you're like me and you kind of are always turning your collection over and taking stuff back and buying other stuff, the store won't take them back if there's any scratches on them, and they scratch like crazy. So I'm going for jewel cases. Your best CD purchase of 2024. Man, I bought a lot of great CDs in 2024. So I had a hard time picking one, but I picked because Frank Zappa released some great stuff in 2024. I would have thought my favorite one was going to be the Apostrophe 50th anniversary set, but it's the Overnight Sensation 50th anniversary set, which just preceded it. The reason I love this is there's two live shows here, one from Detroit and one from the Hollywood Bowl, I think it is, or Hollywood Palace or something. Anyway, those shows are incredible. And that's what pushed this one to the top. Great stuff. Frank released some great stuff this year. Well, Frank didn't, but the Zappa estate sure did. Zappa Family Trust, I should say. A live album on CD. I keep talking this album up. I mean, I could have showed a million of them. I got a million of them. But this, Widespread Panic, Light Fuse, Get Away. I'm telling you, if you like rock music and you like guitars, listen to this frickin' album. You'll just be going, please, no more guitars. I can't take another guitar. It's so good. I cannot stop listening to this album. Absolutely one of my favorite live albums of all time. And Widespread Panic. Incredible. Best sounding CD in your collection. Let's talk sound quality. Let's not talk, music-wise. Let's talk about how the drums sound and how the separation in the music and the sound stage, whether everything's kind of, staged properly, where you hear this instrument here and something in the middle. And I am going with this kind of unheralded CD by Walter Becker of Steely Dan called Circus Money. This is a really good album. It's very quirky with lyrics are really quirky, but the music is great. There's a lot of reggae, rock, and jazz, and blues, and whatever. It's just a whole mixture of kind of rock music, but really well done. And it's a great frickin' album. Boy, does it sound good. I don't know how they made this CD sound so good. Wow. Somebody turned me on to that when I went to buy some audiophile CDs off them. I think I forget what I was buying, but then I went up in this. He had like a barn or something, and he took me out there. And you go upstairs, and he had this music room set up that was to die for, and he must have had a $1 million stereo system. It was incredible, and all the CDs were in these fancy drawers and everything. And we make the deal on whatever CD I was buying off him, and then he says, "You ever heard this album?" And he pulled this out, and oh man, right away trying to find it. It just sounded so good. Okay. This number 9. Favorite CD cover or insert. Now, I picked this album. It's a world music album by a guy named Rabi Abu Kahil Yara. Not to everyone's taste, but I just always love the cover. It's, I don't know if I can get a decent look at it there. It's kind of gold and silver with that red, and it's shimmery, and it's just absolutely beautiful cover. That is my absolute all-time favorite CD cover. And even the writing in the back is all glittery gold there, shiny. And this is a great album if you like acoustic, it's soundtrack music. And he plays an instrument called an oud, O-U-D. And beautiful, beautiful recording. Yara. I might listen to that today. Show a CD box set. Anybody who's into CDs has got to buy a box set. Now, I got to tell you, if you're sitting there having a debate with someone, vinyl versus CD, the number one reason to stick with CD is the box sets. They can just do so much more with a CD box set than they can with a vinyl box set. And I just picked a Bob Dylan one. I got to show the GOAT and the Rolling Thunder tour. I was fortunate enough to go to both shows in Toronto in 1975. Two of the best concerts I've ever seen. I mean, Roger McGuinn, Nick Ronson, Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot showed up that night, Roger McGuinn, Bob, and T-Bone Burnett was in that band. I mean, freaking awesome. And I do have a concert stub for that ticket, but they put one actually from Maple Leaf Gardens on the box, which is pretty cool. I had 4th row floors for the second night. Incredible. Love that tour. There's the CDs. This great stuff. That was right when the Desire album was coming out. So that was very cool. And Hurricane and all that stuff. Okay. Show a CD box set. I just did that. That was number 10. Number 11, show CD from your favorite band. Well, my favorite band is the Grateful Dead. And I didn't pick my favorite Grateful Dead album, but I picked a really cool CD to look at. This is called Terrapin Station. Looks like just a regular CD, but no, it's die cut. So when you pull up on this, there's the Landover Center in Maryland. And then we got ourselves a train. It's very, very cool. Very cool. Does anybody do these things better than the Grateful Dead? I mean, come on. That's incredible. There's a lineup. I think I'm going to give this thing a listen today, too. I haven't listened to this for a long time. Maybe I'll like it more. It's from 1990. So, but that is just absolutely one of my favorite CD covers. And one of my favorite band. It is my favorite band. What artist do you have the most CDs? You know, to show any, to say how many have I got? I've got Frank Zappa, I think 78 CDs, including box sets. Not including counting the discs separately. Counting the box sets as one. I think I'm around 77 out of 128, I believe, official releases. So Zappa wins. But Dylan, Grateful Dead, Beatles, if I can't count their individual albums in stereo, mono, and all that stuff. But next, do you collect CD and vinyl? Do you like them both? Do you collect them both? I know there's a lot of people up there who are just into CDs, which is fine. I did it for a while. And also, let's add another part to this question. Have you ever sold off your vinyl collection because of CDs? I did it twice. An idiot. I'm on my third collection of vinyl in my lifetime. Yeah, I collect both. So I have about 800 records. And yeah, so I got 3 times as many CDs. Mostly that's just because of the financial situation. I just can't afford to spend $60 on a record when a CD's 15 or 20. Okay, last question, number 14. Show a CD you think your viewers should listen to. Well, I talked about this woman on my video that no one watched, about Girls Just Want to Have Fun, 5 female artists. I'm telling you, you can tell that my audience is all high testosterone men who like to talk about Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, because not too many people care about female artists for some reason, and there are some amazing ones. One of the ones I mentioned was Lydia Lovelace, and this album, Somewhere Else. Please give this a listen and let me know what you think of it. It's got some great pop songs on it, some alternative rock, some bit of country influence, and it's a great frickin' album, man. It's really good. Jangly guitars, and please listen to it and let me know what you think of it, or why it doesn't turn you on, or that you loved it. That would be so nice to hear that. Anyway, that's it. So if anybody wants to jump on board this, I would much appreciate it. If not, I hope you just enjoy the video. Everyone have a great Sunday. We will be back.